Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up some layers that will dictate what type of line we're drawing and what color. Very typical to do this. We're going to make 8 new layers by clicking the button for new layers. That's right here. And we're going to rename each one of these. We'll go Object, Border, and all you do is touch it once and then click it a second time. Center, Hidden, Dimensions and Text, Viewport. You'll understand more about that later. Section. We'll understand more about that later. And cutting plane. And again, that's still yet to come. Now let's just change their color. We'll go, the border line will be dark blue. The center line, come to color, we'll make that yellow. The cutting plane, we'll make that, say, purple. Magenta, I believe it is. The dimension and text, we'll make it red. Hidden, we'll go ahead and make that cyan. Oops, my bad. I want color 4. It's hard to see where the mouse is. And then the object will leave white. Viewport, we will actually make green. Not being able to see where the mouse is pretty tough. There we go. We want to stay with that as a standard setup for right now. We'll close this. I'm sorry, before we close, open it one more time. We have quite a bit more to do here. We would want the border as continuous. The center we need as long, short, long. So pick the word continuous, load, choose one of these, do a Control A, and load every one of them as a possibility. And say reload any of the line types and say OK. Before you're saying OK, actually choose center and then say OK. So it says the word center there. If you chose the wrong one, just choose it and find it again in the list. Cutting plane, we'll go ahead and leave as continuous. Dimension and text continuous. Hidden, there is a change. We need a dashed line. And it's actually called hidden, not dashed. Hidden. It's okay. And every other line is supposed to be continuous yet. So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead in here and change the line weight. Now we know border is a 0.5 millimeter. That's 0.9 rather. That's what the pencil you usually choose. Center is going to be very thin. We leave it default. Cutting plane is going to be very fat. You haven't seen this line yet. That is going to be a 0.9. And while we're there, that is actually a double dash line. It's called a phantom line, which will be right here. So its line style has to be phantom. Dimension and text, we leave very skinny. Hidden lines, we bump that up to a 0.5. Object lines, a 7. And our layers set up, we can sort them by line weight, 2 9s, a 7, a 5, and everything else at default, very skinny. Okay, there's a problem. Section lines should be put at, let's put them at about 0.3. Alright, that pretty much does it. We can close that, and now I can choose what layer to work on right here. I could say, let's draw on a cutting plane line. A cutting plane line will appear here, double dashes. Hit escape, slide up here, pick a hidden, go draw a line, and you can see that it's going to draw a hidden line. Perfect. We're set.